Hi, friends. Hi. Let's give it a few minutes. No, just a few moments. Figure out if I'm actually live here and get some people in here. It's me, it's Morgan, no longer in Mexico. Now I'm in Santa Barbara. And I'm just going to tag the people who wanted more information about the training that I'm doing today. I'm going to talk to you guys about how to build an income stream on Insight Timer, which is a meditation app. It's really incredible. It's been one of my favorite tools to recommend to my clients just to get started with meditation or to deepen their meditation practice. And then I had one of my channeler friends recommend to me that I do my own meditations on there, which I didn't even know was an option. So I guess it was maybe 2 years ago, I started putting my own meditations up on Insight Timer and got just an incredible response right off the bat. It was featured on the front page. It's one of the nice things about working with a relatively smaller social media network, as you can get featured really heavily. All right, we got Catherine. We're looking for Allison. Um, and I was able to grow to a few hundred followers, and I've been able to, from there, sign up to do the live meditations, which have totally exploded everything. Okay, I'm almost done tagging people. We've got Darcy. Where's Darcy? Oh, two R's. Let me know who's here. Put something in the comments so I can make sure at least that you can hear me. And Carrie and Eliza rhymes with a visa, and Brooklyn over in Vietnam having a big adventure. And I think Holly's in here. Okay. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and dive in, but as people tune in, I'll be pausing to greet people. So yeah, if you come in here, come say hi, put a hi in the comment so that I know people can hear me and see me, and I'll get started in just about another minute here about how to create both a passive and an active income stream through Insight Timer. So just to go into, kind of the very basics about what that means. A passive income stream would be one where the money just magically appears in your account. So, for example, this morning, a few people who are signed up for Splendid Yoga Online, their payments came through, and I keep up with Splendid Yoga Online, but all the stuff on there, like I could stop posting on it tomorrow, and people would still be paying their subscription fees because I have a huge library of yoga offerings there. So it could be completely passive. And this morning I had like, $100 come in of people who are practicing yoga with me through Splendid Yoga Online, as opposed to an active income stream, which is like when I teach my advanced yoga class on Fridays at 9 a.m. via Zoom. I have to be present for it. I have to be on time, and so does everyone else. And so that's a very active income stream. And I like a good mix of both in my day. I like to work a little bit on the passive income streams, on building them up, and a little bit on the active income streams because we all need some money, right now. Um, but it kind of like I divide it into short, medium, and long term buckets in terms of the passive income stream. So the short term would be something like, starting a Facebook group. You can build up to launching a course within 3 months and build that into a passive income stream if you're like really dedicated to it, if you spend the hours on it. Versus a medium income stream, which is what I'm talking about today with Insight Timer, where it's just going to take a little bit longer to build an audience, to get set up in the system, and to build up the kind of library where you see, the several $1,000 payouts because so many people are listening to your guided meditations or your music. Versus the long-term passive income, which would be something like investing in, index funds, something like a retirement account where you're investing in things where you're planning on not touching the money for several years, so you're just going to let it sit there, and it will become passive income. But it's probably going to take, more than a year to get to the point where it's actually generating enough money in order to become a properly passive income stream. So Insight Timer, I would consider to be a medium term income stream, something that you need to give yourself some patience and just kind of have it be something where maybe you put, like an hour a week into it, maybe, a half an hour if you have it. And the first step to get started is just to go to teacher.insighttimer.com and put your email in, and from there, it'll help you sign up. You'll just kind of go through the process. So let me tell you who this is for. This is for people who are, yoga teachers do great on Insight Timer, meditation guides, but musicians also have a huge following. And also energy readers, people who do like tarot card readings. I do oracle card readings on Insight Timer. People love it. I did an oracle card reading earlier this week. Gosh, was that on Tuesday? And with, virtually, like actually literally no marketing effort on my part aside from just putting up, scheduling it. Insight Timer does all the rest of the marketing for me. And even though only I think 40 people were signed up to attend, I had over 100 people join me in like a half an hour of work. Out of those 100 people, 10 people reached out to me through the DMs. So that's a 10%. Okay, now I have a warm lead, someone who is interested in enough in what I'm doing that they want to work with me. They're curious about what else I have to offer. One of them bought a membership to Splendid Yoga Online. So there's a 1% conversion rate. That's great. And then I had 5 people go forward and email me and follow me on Instagram in order to get more details about working with me one-on-one, doing healing sessions. So, I mean, 10 people, 10 warm leads in a half an hour of work doing something really fun, reading Rumi oracle cards. It's just like a dream come true for me. And what I love about Insight Timer, in addition to it being a tool in my own life and something that I recommend to others as something that will genuinely help them, is that they're really interested in building up a tight knit community. And you feel that. You feel that even though there are 6 million meditators on Insight Timer, all right, that's a huge chunk of aligned potential clients, but also people you can just help and network with. They have incredibly famous people come in there, like Russell Brand, one of my favorites. Gazelle, did I say that right? Giselle. I don't know if I've ever said her name actually out loud. The model. She does meditations on there, which felt really random until I heard her meditation, and I was like, oh yeah, she's legit. Um, Tons of other, Pema Kudrin has some talks on there. I think like Elizabeth Gilbert, the woman who wrote Eat, Pray, Love, has some talks on there. Sharon Salzberg has some amazing meditations. So they get a lot of really genuinely incredible meditation teachers. And then, they get people like me. Not to say I'm not an incredible meditation teacher, but I haven't, reached that level of global acknowledgement. And it's so beautiful to see that kind of equanimity and how they present their offerings. In terms of giving equal footing to, someone like Russell Brand versus, putting me on the same front page. It's a big deal. And it means that it's just as accessible for someone like you if you are some sort of meditation guide or healer where you can do energy work, yoga teachers. There are hundreds of people attending these yoga classes, and I haven't been doing enough lives to have kind of a good number in terms of what's a good conversion rate. But I would say I'm having about 5% of the people donating in my lives, and the donation rates are much higher for yoga. The only reason I'm not teaching yoga on there yet is because I had to submit my 200-hour certification, which was in my storage in Santa Barbara, and I was living in Mexico, so I had to wait to dig it out of storage, and I've now submitted it. I'm waiting for approval. That's the other reason that Insight Timer is kind of a medium-term income stream. You're going to have to give yourself about 6 months to really get up and running, is because, oh, hi, Fatma. Yes, Melissa, this would be so great for your hypnosis sessions. I agree. I hope she's in this group. I think she is. Um, So, what was I saying? Oh, it takes a while to get approved in the system because it's not like Facebook where you can sign up, anyone can sign up. They just want more and more members. So they just want more and more people contributing, to the churn. Especially if you're signing up to be a teacher, they want to make sure that you're legit. They want to make sure that everyone offering something has, the training and the knowledge and the skill set to be an asset to the community, which I really appreciate, and I feel that in all of their offerings. And it's a very discerning clientele as well. These 6 million meditators, they're sharp, they're spiritually aligned, they're spiritually curious, which I love. I've gotten into some just incredible conversations about what it's like to live in this world, and different ways of describing the experience of being human and how to deal with it. There's just so much wisdom on there, and I know there's so much wisdom in this group as well. So that's why I'm talking about it on here, because I know there are a bunch of you who have really beautiful healing work to offer, and this would be a great platform for you. It's totally free. You don't have to pay anything to get onto the platform. This is how the payment works. You get, okay, I don't get paid anything for telling you guys this. I'm not affiliated with them other than just loving the platform and being a teacher on there. Um, Normally the stuff I talk about on here, I am getting an affiliate fee for. So this is like, it's extra legit. So you get paid a percentage of the donations. I think it's like 60-40 split. Then you get paid a percentage based on how many listens you have to the recorded meditations or talks or music that you put up. And you get paid for the engagement. So if you're DMing with people, if you're responding to comments and reviews, I recommend responding to every single review, even though it hurts my heart every time someone's like, her dog in the background was annoying or something. They get, they hear that one thing, which I appreciate because it holds me to a higher standard as a guide, as a teacher. It forces me to produce legitimately excellent content, as opposed to somewhere like Facebook where I can get away with, just kind of winging it like I'm doing right now. No, I have some notes. Um, so where do I want to go from here? How to sign up? Okay, so you go to teacher.insighttimer.com to sign up. I put that link up there in the description. Give it a few weeks to get approved. Give yourself time and space. Once you want to start recording, you're going to want some sort of equipment. You can, at the very basic level, use your phone and just use voice memos and record a voice memo speaking very closely, into the mic, and that'll get it done. I personally am really audio sensitive, especially when I'm listening to a meditation. I am one of those discerning assholes commenting. I don't leave comments. I don't leave a review. I'm like, if it's 5 stars or nothing, it's not worth it to me on this platform to leave any sort of constructive criticism for people just trying to put healing out into the world. I don't want to detract from someone getting the message they need. So, so I use a basic Rode microphone that I got for like 50 bucks, on Amazon, that plugs into my computer. I record on GarageBand, and then I put in meditation music. You can get some free if you Google like royalty free meditation music. I pay licensing for the music that I use. It was like 30 bucks for, I got like 10 tracks, and I was like, yeah, this will last probably 10 years. I don't need to reinvent the wheel every time I'm doing this. I like having a background track because it helps kind of hide the fact that I'm not recording this in a professional studio. Normally I'm in a closet or something somewhere trying to get as little ambient noise as I can. Um, yeah, so if you this is the other important thing. You have to use a desktop to upload the audio. You can't use your phone, unfortunately, which is just annoying for me because I like to be able to do everything from my phone. Uh, Okay, so once you get it, okay, so you get some like guided meditations uploaded, you sign up for the lives, you start scheduling yourself. I recommend getting some guided meditations up there because an important part of going live is the call to action, what you want people to do after you've given them your beautiful healing work, whether you're teaching yoga, whether you're doing guided meditations. They have very strict rules that you're not allowed to promote anything outside of Insight Timer when you're teaching lives, which I really appreciate. I want to respect people's healing space without feeling like I'm selling all the time. But they do encourage you to tell people to follow and DM you. So what I do, I ask for donations 2 to 3 times per Insight Timer's recommendation. Um, I tell people to go follow me for a variety of reasons. Normally, if I'm doing like an oracle card reading or like my money manifestation affirmations, I'll say, and if you guys want to do more of this stuff, I have great guided meditations. Go check those out and follow me while you're there. Or when I'm doing the oracle card readings, I'll say, anyone else who wants a reading who I can't get to in this session, because there are like 150 people in here and I can only go through like 3 of you in a half an hour, go into my DMs and I'll send anyone a card. Then when they go into my DMs, I will tell them to email me or to find me on Instagram so that I can send them a picture because Insight Timer won't let you send a picture. So then I'll get people following me on Instagram, which gets them into my whole Instagram funnel, or I'll get people onto my email list, which gets them into that funnel. But the whole point is that you have to think about, okay, where do you want them to go from here? So you have them in the live, you know you have your guided meditations that are relevant to whatever kind of live event that you're doing, right? So I do the money manifestation affirmations live, and then I have a few money manifestation affirmation guided meditations, which is like the purely passive part, right? I've already done the work on that. Anyone can access it anytime. And I get paid every time they do. It's different every month how much we get paid. It's not like a per listen thing, it's like a percentage of the collective whole. So I never really know how much it's gonna be. Sometimes it's a couple $100, sometimes it's like $20. But as I've been doing these lives and I get like, another 10 or 20, 50 followers every time I do a live, it's scalable, right? So if I'm getting like 10% of the people are like following me and I do a live with 1,000 people, that's 100 new followers every time, then it just compounds upon itself. And then if 5% of those people are donating, then it just like compounds upon itself 5% every single time I do a live. You see what I'm saying? So it's like once you get up and running after 6 months, you do lives for a week straight and you're increasing your followers by 10% every day and you're increasing your income by 5% every day, you can make a decent chunk of money in a very short amount of time. All I do for these lives, once you get the guided meditations up and running, give yourself like an hour a week, as I said, to kind of dedicate to this. But once I get up and do the lives, like I just plunk down wherever I'm at. I have my phone ready. Do you hear Spike squeaking next to me? There he is, going crazy. Um, and it's really easy work just to like kind of tap in. I spend the first 5 minutes kind of saying hello to people as they come in. And then I get started about 5 minutes after the fact. I'm a little bit strict about that because I'm only going to be there for a half an hour, and I want the people who are prompts to be rewarded for being prompt. People will continue to come in throughout the process, but for the work that I do, and other teachers do it differently. They'll like draw out that intro process and then stay late through the meditation. But for the work that I do, it's really important that I respect people's time. So I'll spend the first 5 minutes of a live event saying hello to people, saying people's names, asking where people are from, asking how people are feeling, depending on what kind of meditation it is. Like for the oracle cards, for when I'm drawing, I'll say anyone who wants a general reading or a specific reading, tell me now, because I can only do a few of you, and I'll make a list. And then I'll spend that first 5 minutes writing down like 10 names. And then I just start drawing cards. If I'm doing a money manifestation affirmation, I'll spend the first 5 minutes just saying hello and asking where people are from. People start asking me questions, and then I'll start getting people into a comfortable seat. Hi, Judy. Hi. I'll start getting people into a comfortable seat and getting them slowly prepared for the actual work when I'm not going to be interacting with the chat box as much. I'm just going to be connecting with each person. So, Insight Timer from the teacher perspective gives you the option of turning the comments on or off. So, I recommend turning the comments off once you get started into your actual practice, because otherwise they're just a huge distraction. Unless you're doing something like oracle card readings where you have to keep interacting. Those are really fun. I actually really enjoy the process of speaking and interacting with people through the chat room versus Zoom, where you have to wait for someone to unmute themselves and then they come in and then there's a little disconnect. And I find it is much more conducive to the type of online teaching that I like to do. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the equipment that you need, some sort of, doesn't have to be super expensive, but some sort of professional microphone. We talked about how to get signed up. We talked about how long it's going to take. I don't know if like there's such a thing as getting rejected from Insight Timer, so long as you have some sort of background in some sort of energy work, right? So like yoga teachers totally counts. You know, if you've done a meditation workshop, that gives you some sort of qualification to guide people through meditations. Um, yeah, so that's just a really quick kind of nutshell how to get started, how to build an audience, and how to make some money off of Insight Timer, off of healing, off of creating an audience of like minded, spiritually inclined people who just want to make the world a better place. I highly recommend it. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm going to do a watch party for this on Saturday, which was the other popular time that people wanted this training. But I am doing a bigger training, a like soup to nuts, let's get started, let's do this right now during this training for you guys. So if you're interested in this, if you want information and you want to take a course about this with me, I'm putting it together. It's not going to happen in the next month. It's going to be probably in the next 6 weeks. But I would love for you to sign up for the email list to get more information about this, because I will be beta testing parts of the program over the next 6 weeks. So you can get some of it for free. And you can be one of my testimonials when it works really well for you. So if you're interested in that, sign up for the email list, which I just put up in the comments, but I'm going to also put it down here in the comments versus the description. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. Leave a comment if you're watching this on the replay and let me know if y'all have any questions. I kind of tore through that like a little thought bubble explosion. So we'll see what comes of it. You guys take care of yourself. It felt like a little bit of a breath of fresh air yesterday, hopefully for many of us, with the inauguration and Michelle Obama's incredible energy and fashion. So yeah, hopefully life's going better for you. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.